Thank you and welcome into this video. I would like to take you through how you can file for your employment income tax return in case you are a KNEC examiner and received from some extra income from KNEC which was subject to withholding tax. What you're supposed to do basically, just get into the iTax portal by getting to itaxkra.go.ke. Then you need to enter your KRA pin here. So let me put mine here, which is A015 403 007A. Then you need to hit continue. So enter your password here and then do a simple mathematical computation here, which is giving me 150. Then choose to log in. So after logging in, what you're supposed to do, just come to where we have return, then come to where we have file return, then come here where we have tax obligation. Just choose income tax resident individual, then click next. After clicking next, yours will be original here, but mine is appearing as amended because I have already filed my income tax return. So you just choose the period. So the period dates back from 1st January 2025 to 31st December 2025. From there now, you need to come here, and I would prefer you download the auto-populated ITR return rather than selecting the manual Excel sheet. But even if you use the auto-downloaded ITR return, I would recommend also you ensure that the data which is auto-populated in the iTax sheet technically rhymes with the data in your PIN form, and that's why I have my PIN form with me and the withholding tax certificate. Then what you need to do, just download it. So after downloading it, it will be downloaded into your gadget or your computer. So after it has been downloaded, just get into the File Explorer, then come under the downloads. Then what you need to do, this is the file which I have downloaded now at 5. So you just need to click above that file. Then come to where we have properties. Then come to where we have unblock. Click apply and then click OK. The reason why we are doing this is because when you open this document with Microsoft Excel, you get some macros blockage. So in order to be able to block these to disable these macros and enable efficient opening of the document, that's why you are supposed to do that. Please don't forget. Then you can go ahead and extract content of this document. So let me click extract. After clicking extract, this document will be opened. So what you need to do, just click above that document, come to where we have open with. So I would recommend you open with Excel. So I will not open it now because I have already opened the document to avoid a lot of delays because my computer is a bit sluggish. So I'll just open the Excel sheet in the Microsoft Excel. So let me ensure it's back. So I'll just come here and get into my Excel. So when you open the auto-populated sheet, your TIN number, your type of return, the return period will be auto-populated. So what I would like us first to do is to fill the PIN information. So what we need to do, we need to enter the value of the employment income and also confirm if it is correct and it technically rhymes with the one in the PIN form. So let me get into the PIN form. So you can see that the gross income was 543,848, which is technically the same with this one which have been auto-populated. So we can agree that that sheet is correct. We can go to the sheet M, which is the pay deducted. So you are supposed to confirm the employer's PIN, the name of the employer, and what can be erroneous is the amount of the taxable salary. So you just get into the PIN form and confirm with the technical rhyme. So the amount of taxable salary was an amount of the taxable salary. So the taxable salary how do we call it, in TSC is this one, which is usually equal to the gross pay. So but I'm getting this value, so come here and do the necessary adjustment and take it as how do we call it, it is an amount of 543,848 543,848. So from there you need to get the value of the tax payable on taxable salary. So to get the tax payable on taxable salary is usually, this we have also captured it correctly, is usually the summation of annual personal relief added to the pay amount. So the pay amount is the amount of tax corrected, which was an amount of 42,137. So to get the summation, I need to get into my calculator and show you what I'm saying. So you are supposed to take this value of 28,800 added to the value of the pay of 42,137, giving us a value of 7137. I have ignored the decimal point, but we shall include them. 7937 point. So it is 79. Let me get back to the calculator. So it is 70. So we are supposed to take 28,800 added to let me take my PNL form. I have made a mistake somewhere. So it's 28,800, not 2,800. So it is 28,800. I'm sorry. So it is 28,800 added to this amount, giving us 7937. So I can add the 800 which I had forgotten, because is 28,800 giving us this value. So that value is the amount which you are supposed to come and populate here. So the difference between this amount and the amount of pay in your PNN form, which is this one, it should give you, which is 44,137.70, it should give you 28,800. And that is how we usually do this section. So ensure you check if the calculation is correct in your side. So we come to the T computation. So it is here, and ensure everything is done correctly. So from there, at the T computation, you need to confirm the value of the pension contribution, which you have been given here. So let me check my pension contribution, which was an amount of 32,988. So after doing that, now we can come and now do the adjustment of the withholding tax for the KNEC examiner. So there is a query here asking you, do you have any other income? I'll just come here and select yes. After selecting yes, you notice there are some sheet which have been added, which is the profit and loss sheet and the balance sheet. So I just come where we have the P&L. So I'll get to my to the withholding tax certificate, and you will notice I received an amount worth 45,285 from KNEC. So it is this amount which I'm supposed to take it. So let me stop wiping off. So this is the amount. So this is the amount which we need to bring here as the commission which we received from KNEC. So we just come here. Let me copy it. Let me ensure I copy everything correctly. So I'll just copy the amount and bring it in the Excel sheet under the commission. So just come here and input the amount here. Okay. So when I have populated the amount here, you notice that this year you will not be able to do any deduction in regard to the commission which you gain from KNEC, or any commission which you have, unless you have an ETIM validated invoice to be able to offset this amount of the income which you either received from KNEC. Maybe you can have more than 2 withholding certificates originating from KNEC, but for any expense which you will be claiming from this income, it must be validated via ETIM. So after you have filled it here, you need to come under the balance sheet. Under the balance sheet, I know a lot of people do not do the valuation of their asset. Where you have other asset, you put value 1. And where you have other loans, you come here and populate value. You populate value 1. And after doing that, the profit, the balance sheet will be equal, the asset side and the liability side. After that, you can drill upward up to where we have the tax computation. When we have the tax computation, what you need to do, you notice KRA is requiring you to pay this amount. And that is because you didn't, or you are unable to claim for any expense which you incurred, maybe transport fee or any email which you took in relation to the service which you are offering to KNEC. So from there, the thing which you can be able to adjust from this section now is something which we call withholding tax credit, or amount of withheld tax. That is what you can be able to claim in this section. So to claim it, you are claiming it because when KNEC paid you, they remitted 5% of that amount to the taxman as an advance tax. And because that is a tax which you could have paid and it has already been paid, you need to claim it as an advance tax credit. And to do that, what you're supposed to do, you're supposed to aggregate, maybe if you had to P9 form, this amount of the tax withheld, since this is an advance tax which was remitted to the taxman. So I just need to take this amount here. Let me take it here from this section. And I need to come here and issue the withholding tax credit, which is here. So this one will be used to offset your tax liability directly. So from there, in case you are good with this amount, because I don't think there's anything else which we can be able to issue as a relief from that side, because this income is being taxed as gross. That's why the tax liability is big. But when you have done the necessary adjustment, what you're supposed to do, you're supposed to come here and validate your sheets. So you shall just give them time to validate. So as they are validating, so in case you have any query regarding this, this withholding tax for KNEC examiner, kindly you can reach me using the contact in the description or using my email, so that we can have more conversation on these withholding tax, which is emanating from income received from KNEC, also in regard to other incomes, and also VAT and other related tax matters. So you can reach me using the contact in the description. So what you need to know is that this liability is becoming problematic to claim it, because you cannot be able to claim for any expense unless you can show where it emanated from, and also it must be e-Teams/Teams compliant. So in case you have a receipt, maybe like receipts which you use to fuel your car, you can upload them manually in the iTax portal using this method, and you can be able to claim for tax relief. So how do you do that? Let me first, the sheet are already downloaded. So in case you have receipts, you can be able to come and claim them in this section where it has been added the section where you can be able to claim the manual and e-Teams/Teams expenses. How can we do that? So what we are doing now, you are supposed to get into iTax. Then you need to come to where we have returns, come to where we have income tax return adjustments, come to where we have manual and Teams invoices, click there. Then what you need to do, just choose the period. So the period dates back to 2025. Then click next. Okay. Then after doing that, you need to come here and upload the CSV file which you download from here, which is the comma saved document or values. You need to come here and populate the PIN of the supplier, maybe as a fuel station where you fueled your car, the invoice number, the invoice date, the invoice description, and the amount. All the receipts which you have which can help you to offset that amount of tax liability which we are validating here. Put them here, and the figure which you get as the total, come and adjust it in your Excel sheet here. Let me open the Excel sheets and come and adjust it under your Excel sheets. And that is the method which you'll be using. So as you can notice, so our income was originating from consulting, which is under section G. So under section G, when we come here under section 6, I want to go to G, E, F, G, G, which is here, which is that one. G is here. maybe we take a scenario where I could be able to get my expenses which I incurred if they are of 20,000. You notice that this amount will help to offset this tax liability. So the tax liability is becoming bigger and bigger because we are unable to raise the liabilities which we incurred when generating this expense. So when you're good at that point and you have deducted all the expenses in case you can be able to find the TIMS/eTIMS invoices, non-eTIMS invoice or manual and eTIMS invoices, you are good to go. So you just come here in order to upload the sheet, just get into the revenue server, come to where we have returns, then come to where we have file returns, come to where we have tax obligation is income tax resident, then click next. Then yours will not give you this pop-up since you are not doing amended return as I am doing. Then put the return period dating back from 1st January to 31st December 2025. Choose the file, which is this one, which was saved as the document. Do you have any rental income? In my case, no, I don't have any rental property. I agree. And after that, I can click submit. But I'm not submitting this case because this was just a demo, which I was trying to demonstrate to you what you're supposed to do. So in case you are a KNEC examiner and you're experiencing problem to offset